Peace Reflections. Before we start, if you've been feeling called to go deeper, I'm now offering one-on-one spiritual alignment calls, 60-minute sessions, to help you realign and find clarity. Message me on my Instagram at HumbleAli2times to book your spot. Alright, y'all, man, it's your boy HumbleAli2times, feel me? Back in the video, man, feel me? Follow the Instagram at HumbleAli2times. And look, exactly about today's topic, we're talking about the truth about blockages and how to break them. Now look, before we have today's video, right, I want to give a huge shout out to the Most High in general for everything. I'm also giving a huge shout out to myself as well for wanting to receive this good information and give out this good information as well. I'm also giving a huge shout out to the Most High for giving me these amazing downloads, dropping this amazing good information on me, for me, no cap. I'm also giving a huge shout out to everyone and to y'all. I literally take energy out of y'all's day to come rock me, show love, support, you feel me? I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all so much. More love always deeply. Also, if you want to buy my ebook, you can. It's $10.90. Link is going to be in the description and in the comments. Let's go ahead and get ready into the video. Also, I'm sending good positive energy towards everyone always. Now look, right, the truth about breaking, the truth about inner blockages, right, and how to break them, right? So how do you break them, right? First of all, bro, you got to sit with it, bro. You got to sit with it. You got to accept it. Whatever, how it is, it's just how it is, bro. A lot of times why it's hard for us to heal is because you're not sitting with it. You vent into social media. You vent into your friends. You vent into your homeboy, homegirl. You vent into your parents. You vent into you know, situationships, whatever the case is. And I'm not telling you not to vent, but the person you really need to be venting to is yourself. Right? These people can only understand you to a certain extent. They can never fully understand you. That's you know what I'm saying? They're not you. They're never gonna fully understand you. They're not gonna always see where you're coming from. And that's okay. Right? But the thing is, bro, is that you gotta sit with it. You gotta sit with that anger. You gotta sit with that pain. You gotta sit with that anxiety. You gotta sit with that depression. You gotta sit with that nervousness. You got to sit with it, bro, and you got to accept what's going on, bro. You got to accept what it is, bro, and what it isn't. You know, this is how you truly heal, right? A lot of times we go back to old situations, and I've done it multiple times. A lot of times we do that because, bro, it's not always because you missed them. Yes, missing them can play a role, but a lot of times it's because you're not healing, and you feel like the healing journey is too hard, so you feel like instead of healing, I'm going to go back to my old ways. I'm going to go back and try to rekindle with old things. And in reality, you know you shouldn't rekindle, bro. Now, sometimes, you know, it's good to rekindle, but sometimes you shouldn't rekindle, bro. And that's just real, right? You know, so you got to sit with it, bro. You got to be in that energy of like, yo, I'm accepting it. Because when you accept it, you're going to naturally release those blockages. You got to sit with it, though, bro. You got to sit with it. You got to sit with it. You got to be like, okay, let me sit with it. You got to sit with it, bro. You got to, you know, this is why I be telling y'all, man, like suggesting to y'all, meditation is so important. A lot of times we don't think meditation is important, but meditation is so important, bro, for real. For real, bro. Like, excuse me, like, because with meditation, it's just you and your thoughts. It's you and the universe, right? You got to sit with your demons. You got to sit with your higher self, right? You got to accept it. One of the first ways to heal is acceptance. You got to accept it, bro. How you going to truly move on if you ain't even accepting it? Think about it, bro. You got to accept it. So, you know, accept what happened and continue to move on with your life. Continue to keep moving forward. You know what I'm saying? I know that's not the easiest thing to do, right? I get that. But the thing is that for you to truly grow, you got to accept. You got to be patient. You got to be mindful. You can't let your feelings control you. You can't let thoughts control you. You can't let things control you, bro. You gotta remind yourself and know I'm in control of self. I am the storm, and I am the one that also controls the storm. Right? And you must also be realistic with yourself. Like, yo, yes, we can manifest. Yes, we create our reality, but things are not going to always go our way. That's just that. It don't work like that. It don't work like that, bro. It don't. You know what I'm saying? Would it be cool? Yeah, but it don't work like that, right? Another thing too, right, to release those blockages, bro, is going on a fast. And your fast, right? Your fast, it doesn't necessarily have to be no eating. Your fast can be, I'm gonna go on a no talking fast, or I'm just not talking to anybody. You could go on a sex fast. You could be like, you know what? You know, like if you're a player or whatever, or you know, you get a lot of you have a lot of sex, you could be like, no, bro, I'm gonna go on a cleanse. I'm gonna go a month, no sex. Just cleanse out my solar plexus more. Right? Because sex deals with your solar plexus. Right? It's also right near your root chakra, etc. So, you know, fasting it helps you be more disciplined. And, you know, we really don't even have to use the word discipline. It just makes you be more focused. Right? For real. Especially if you're doing it correctly. If you're doing it in good, positive ways, is what I'm saying. And, you know, you got to sit with it, bro. You got to accept it. I know it's going to hurt. I know it might seem boring, right? But it's bettering you. It's making you better, bro. It might not seem like it, but it's making you better. You know? And you got to let that go. That anger, got to let it go, man. Either let it go or transmute that energy. And what I mean by transmute that energy, transmuting energy, basically what that means is that you change the energy, you change the vibration, right? So for an example, right? Let's say somebody get upset at you, right? They call you out your name, you don't like it, you start getting mad. But then you be like, you know what? I can't control this individual. I know who I am. And you change that energy, you shift that energy into positive energy, right? So, you know, and don't get upset at other people if they don't want to be in your life, bro. You hurting yourself, you're not hurting them. Why are you purposely hurting yourself? You should never try to purposely hurt yourself. Right? Accept what it is and continue your life. Continue to keep bettering your life. Don't better your life to try to impress people and, you know, to get people to try to come back into your life. No, bro, don't do it because you genuinely want to do it. And stop expecting things, bro. That's why a lot of times we end up going back to the same situations because we're trying to expect something. We think that, oh, it's supposed to go this way. But in reality, bro, it might not go that way. It might not go that way at all. You know, but life is very tricky. Life is very mysterious because, like, it might not go that way at all, but at the same time, it might really go that way, though, you know? But it's imperative to flow and let go and, you know, be in the present, you know, and just, like, enjoy what you are. Enjoy the now, right? This is literally what we have is the now. What you have is the now, right? You know? Like, the past, the future is kind of like an illusion because the future is built off now. So your future is really here. And your past is kind of like the illusion because it no longer exists. It was a version of you. It was a memory of you. You're not that same individual anymore, you know? So another thing is too, bro, is that, you know, another way to like really cleanse and break those blockages is get away from everybody, bro. You might want to get away from everybody. And I've been saying this a lot in this video, and I'm saying it for a reason, bro. Like, just really get away from everybody and just be with self. Get off social media and just, like, really figure out more of who you are. And do less talking sometimes, bro. Sometimes you don't gotta always talk. Sometimes you don't gotta always get the last word out. Sometimes you don't gotta prove yourself, bro. You know what I'm saying? You don't gotta, like, just vibe high, right? And I know it'd be hard. I know it'd be hard to just keep being positive, right? You know, keep being patient, keep being calm. Because sometimes you're going to feel like you don't want to be calm. You're going to be like, what's the point of all of this? Why do I keep doing this? Right? But, you know, everything in life has a reason, bro. Everything in life has a meaning. You know, everything that you're doing in life got a meaning to it, bro. Even if it seems like it don't. Even if it's something simple as cutting a piece of bread and making a sandwich, everything got a meaning to it, bro. You know, keep striving, keep moving forward. Keep letting go. Keep transmuting that energy into positive energy, bro. See what I'm saying? This is how you really heal, right? Another way to heal, I've said this before and I'm going to say it again. Crying. Now look, you don't got to cry in front of people, but crying, I'm telling you, you get you a good cry in, you're going to feel better. You're going to naturally feel better, right? Even if you try to like still act like you still heard about it, even though you know you're not, but you're still trying to be in that frequency, bro, I'm telling you, you get you a good cry in, drop a few good tears, bro, you're going to feel better. Maybe not that same day, but later on, bro, you're going to feel better. You're going to feel a lot better. See what I'm saying? For real. Right? Because I used to be that way. I used to think it was cool or whatever to like just, nah, I don't cry, bro. In reality, I was holding in a lot of pain, a lot of negative energy that needed to come out. But then when I finally started to let that energy flow out of me, I was like, dang. Like, I'm already high vibrational, but bro, I could have been vibing even high if I would have just let the tears out. I was in my ego. I was in my lower self at times because I was like, bro, I need to really let this out. My soul, my higher self was trying to like telling me, let it out. Like my avatar was literally trying to get the tears out. My higher self was trying to get the tears out, but I wasn't trying to let them come out. You see how much we've been brainwashed, bro? Etc. But yeah, man. These are just some ways. There's a lot of other ways as well to cleanse out those blockages, man. But, you know, enjoy life, bro. Feel me? Like, and stop depending on social media. Don't depend on anybody except yourself and the universe. And the thing is with the universe is just because you depend on the universe isn't going to do everything for you. It's always going to be there with you. The universe is always going to hold our hands and help us, etc. Yes. But the universe isn't going to force anything. The universe isn't going to do everything for you. Right? You see what I'm saying? I'm just being honest. Right? For an example, if you want a bag of chips and it's just you in the house, you're going to have to channel some type of energy to get those bag of chips in your hand. Rather, if you use your powers, if you got, you know, telekinesis or something, or you walk up and go get it, whatever the case is, you're going to have to channel some type of energy to go get those bag of chips off the counter. Right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, bro, you know, and another thing is, too, before I end off this video is, for people who are in a relationship or was in a relationship, right? And if you feel hurt right now, right? It ain't gonna last forever, bro. Unless you decide it does. I'm just being real. Another thing, too, is that if you was talking to somebody and they're talking to somebody else, or if they're talking to multiple people, don't get upset. I recommend you to not get upset, bro, or get mad and do something that you know you don't really want to do and then you regret it later on. Let things be, bro. And it's imperative to be realistic with yourself, too, bro. Like, you just think they're going to go the rest of their life and just not talk to nobody after you? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just being realistic. I mean, some people really do that, don't get me wrong, but a lot of people don't, bro. A lot of people do, but a lot of people don't, you know? And, you know, stuff like that, I recommend you to try not to take it personal, you know? Like, it's a part of life, it's a part of the journey, it's a part of the journey. Nobody owes you anything, right? You know, etc. And, you know, you don't got to always get the last word out. You know, sometimes it's better to just be quiet and just keep tapping in with self. Your energy gonna naturally show what you've been doing anyway, and that's real. I love y'all, man. But look, man, I hope y'all feel most of today's video. I'll catch y'all for most of the next one, man. Peace.